Practical advice for what to do if you feel like you're off track. So first and foremost, this video is going to be very broad and very general because I'm not necessarily sure what type of situation you're in. And this video is really designed to be just practical and advice that you can use throughout your life, or stuff you can come back to if you need it. So first and foremost, setting a goal or focusing on your goal, if you already have one, is very important. Most of the time when people feel off track, it's because they may not have necessarily taken the correct actions towards their goal, or maybe they stopped taking actions towards their goal, or they might not even have a goal at all. I feel like goals are very important. Having a dream that you're trying to obtain is very important in life. The way I was taught this is that a person without a goal or a person without a dream is like a ship without a captain. You're just going to be stuck out in the water, not really sure what to do. So I think having a goal is very important. Or if you have a goal already, it's important to recognize, don't beat yourself up about going off track. You need to just start taking action towards that goal again. And that is what's going to, benefit you. Something I also want to mention about goals is it's important to keep your goal in the forefront of your mind. It should be something that you're constantly thinking about. Now, this is more of a skill than anything, and I would consider this visualization in a way, or maybe manifestation, but you need to keep your goals in the forefront of your mind, and it needs to be something that you're constantly thinking about or constantly brainstorming about. A good way to start off is maybe just 10 minutes a day, set some time aside, and just brainstorm ideas for the obtainment of your goal, or just set time visualizing your goal coming true. I think I'm a big believer that the universe gives you what you're seeking. Not everyone believes that, but it's something that I believe to be true, and it's something I've experienced in my own life. So it's important to have a goal that is concrete and is something that you genuinely want to obtain, because I feel like no matter what you focus on, it'll come true, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. So it's important that the goal you want is something you genuinely want for your life. And I'm not here to tell you that if you visualize something, it'll just fall out of the sky into your lap. You will have to work towards it. But with that being said, it gives you a point. You're going to somehow obtain this goal of yours, but you're going to have to work for it, is all I'm saying. So another thing too, the next step I would say is creating a plan for the obtainment of your goal. Or if you have a plan, just stick to the plan. Just start following it again. This, I feel like this step gets missed over a lot. A lot of people can create a goal for themselves, but maybe they don't have a plan. Now, I'll just use the example of starting a YouTube channel because that's something that I'm passionate about and it's something that I want to do. And my plan is simply to just create at least one video every week. Now, your plan can be as simple as that. Just apply it to whatever your goal is. The main thing is taking action towards your goal, and also being slow to change your plan if it's not working out initially. This is something I picked up from the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And actually, this whole video is kind of a generalization of that book, just shortened a little bit. So being slow to change your goal is important, because initially, if you try something new, it may not seem like it works out. But it's important to remember that any effort you put into something will come back to you in some way. I feel like success, there is a faith element of success, which I may make a whole video on, because I think a lot of people take whatever they're doing at face value, and they don't necessarily realize that everything that they do will come back to them in some way. Don't be discouraged if it doesn't seem like at first that your plan isn't working. From my experience, simply by taking action towards a goal, you'll find that opportunities may start popping up, or new ideas might come to you simply by taking action. So that effort you're putting in isn't being wasted. Don't spend so much time thinking about trying to create the perfect plan. Just do something simple, and you'll find that things will just start happening for you, or ideas will start coming to you. Obviously, it's going to be kind of hard at first if you aren't used to creating habits. Whenever you're starting something new, it's not going to be a habit for you. And I feel like if you really want to simplify success, formula for it is thoughts turn into actions, which turn into habit. So, it's important to realize that at first it's going to be kind of difficult. There will be resistance for whenever you're trying to create something new. You know, whenever you first start working out, for example, it's going to be kind of hard to go to the gym. You know, you might be kind of intimidated to go to the gym, or it might be difficult for you to. But once you like get there and you start working out and becoming more consistent, it almost becomes automatic. You know, obviously there'll be days when you don't want to work out, but it'll be so habitualized in your life that you will, it's kind of automatic. Like, you'll work out even when you don't want to. So I think it's very important to have a plan and then have habits that revolve around that plan. And the last point I wanted to talk about is progress is not linear. So don't beat yourself up if you've gone off track. So I recently watched this video by Tony Robbins where he was interviewing Conor McGregor, and in that video Conor mentions that even he's gotten off track, you know. So like, it's completely normal to be off track at some points, but it's also important to realize when you are going off track, recognize that that's what you're doing, and then go back towards your goal or go back towards your dream and just keep trying. You know, this is kind of cliche, but you only really fail if you stop trying. So I think it's important to, you know, you don't have to be perfect at whatever you're doing, as in you don't have to be totally perfectly disciplined about something. Like, it's pretty normal to have phases in your life where you're just kind of off the boat, but you just have to get back on and continue towards your goal. So anyways, this is sort of a new format for me. I actually have some notes written down, and I hope this video is something that can help you. And the key takeaway for this video is just, if you're off track, just get back on track and just start taking action. Don't take a lot of time thinking about how you were off track. Focus your attention on what you can do to get back on track and what you can do to fulfill your goals or your dreams.